And that way, if you want to remember what was said or pass it on to somebody else, is just a follow-up, just a, hey, I thought about you and I just listened to this, recording about what the Prove It Challenge is all about, then that's great. And then we'll definitely have time to open it up for Q&A. We just have a box we'll show, and I've asked Kelsey to share, and even Lorraine or anyone else can share their own experiences, for sure is really helpful. People's own stories are always inspiring. So, but yeah, we're gonna first start out and share the screen, a quick video that gives you an idea of really the science behind the Prove It Challenge. It's 2 minutes, so it's really short, 2 minutes. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Challenge and get ready to feel amazing in just 30 days. Guaranteed. Start with our 7-day healthy cleanse, which helps to reset the digestive system and reduce cravings for unhealthy foods. A preliminary health study has shown multiple immediate benefits from our cleanse, including experiencing an average weight loss of 6.8 pounds in 7 days. Continue your Prove It Challenge with a daily Vitalizer strip. Vitalizer packs in an abundant amount of nutrition into each strip, including a full spectrum of clinically supported vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, and probiotics. Vitalizer is designed to deliver nutrition through our patented smart technology to dramatically improve absorption of key nutrients in the body. Gain powerful nutrition with our Life Shake, a non-GMO protein shake clinically proven to help you thrive and create the foundation for a longer, healthier life. One daily Life Shake as a meal replacement or snack helps provide support for overall health. And it's powered by leucine, the most effective branched-chain amino acid for preserving muscle mass. Together, these 3 components of our Prove It Challenge work in harmony to deliver a proven program backed by science. Shaklee has been committed to offering proven nutrition for over 60 years and is proven by the Landmark Study, one of the largest studies of long-term users of multiple supplements. People who used our supplements for 3 to 50 years showed significant healthier biomarkers than non-Shaklee users. We proved it. And now we invite you to prove it for yourself and feel healthier, more energized, more focused, and ready for anything. Guaranteed.
Awesome, you guys. Okay, I got someone that was trying to jump on and couldn't get on. So yeah, so welcome, and hi Kyla, how are you doing? We just wanted to give just an introduction to the Prove It Challenge, and like raise your hand if you have done the Prove It Challenge, if you finished the 30 days or you're even on it. So go ahead, I just want to see a show of hands who've done it. And I know Kyla, you're on 2nd week, right? Yay, Brandon, awesome, glad you're on. And Dee Dee. So this is a great, if you missed the video, it was just a great introduction of just the nuts and bolts of the Prove It Challenge, the 7-day cleanse, the strip and the shake that really is helping fill in the gap and give you some quality protein. And someone asked me recently, why I did this, why I started this. And honestly, years ago, I was an athlete and wanting to fuel my body, but I realized I was missing a lot of key ingredients. And so when I started the Vitalizer and the strip and shake, I really could tell the difference in energy, in gut health, in performance, as well as, just getting my kids to have protein. And so I think for women that I find that I want to train and have as clients, many women and guys too, but we just don't get enough protein and healthy protein in our bodies. And so I love the shake because I can make it up into like an acai smoothie bowl, or I can have it in like a shaker cup with just water, or I can put like a banana, frozen berries, and really have a good tasting smoothie and add some really clean extra protein into my diet. But the 7-day cleanse was something that Steve and I did like for the first time, I guess 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I know Brandon has ordered it and he's waiting probably nervously for his cleanse to come in the mail. And Kyla just finished last week. But I want some of you that have done the 7-day cleanse just to maybe share, like even if it was a sentence or two, what was maybe how you felt about it, or maybe what was the benefits that you got from the 7-day cleanse. So I don't know, Kelsey, if you want to start, and then Kyle, whoever feels comfortable to share, I would love it, because I think hearing people's testimonies and known stories are awesome. And then we can definitely have some Q&A about the nuts and bolts. So Kelsey, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
I would say like the biggest thing for me that I was really surprised at, because when you say a cleanse, you think of like, oh, and you already said this about energy, but you think of like your energy is gonna be depleted. But mine on like day 3 or 4 was like the complete opposite, which I was really surprised at because I was still working out. I give massages for a living, which is physical on top of that. And then like my gut, like when I first did the cleanse, that was back in October. Yeah, October of 2018. So last October, I noticed my gut it looked like I was almost like 6 months pregnant, and I wasn't pregnant. And like after the cleanse, I've never felt better. Yeah.
Awesome. But it was scary. I remember the first time I did, I think I was a little freaked out. Like, I don't know if I can go 7 days and not have protein. And I was really, really surprised how I felt. Kyla, you just finished it last week. Do you want to share what was the benefit for you or what you experienced?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first day or two, I had a little bit of a hard time because I was not having coffee. And so that was probably like the hardest thing. But then like, I just always had food around, like snacks if I needed something, made sure to meal prep. And by day like 3 and 4, I felt great. And like the same thing, I was kind of worried not having any protein, but I didn't really crave protein at all. And I felt good on it. So, and I feel great now. And I really have only been incorporating the shake now as my protein for the most part. And it seems to be plenty.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you lost how many pounds? Can you share? Do you want to share?
10. Although I have to say though, since I've been eating normally, I gained a couple back. Okay. But I thought that was probably normal.
Yeah. But still, that's great in a week.
Yeah.
You were eating and not starving yourself, right? You were staying.
Yeah.
You were eating.
Yeah, I felt fulfilled. Like even my family liked all the meals I was making.
That's awesome. Now, when I tell people the 7-day cleanse, like I have a lot of recipes. There's a couple of online support groups that are super helpful. Like there's an official Shaklee 7-day cleanse, Facebook group that I just looked yesterday. There's like 22,000 members. But with that comes a lot of people that post, what they did, how they felt, the good, the bad, the ugly, recipes. But I definitely send you out recipes. And I know Dee Dee was on here for a quick minute, and she's on today's Thursday, so she's on day 4. And I told her to come on just to be encouraged and motivated, and I know Brandon is coming in the mail. And so this was a good Q&A for him to ask some questions. But Lorraine, what would, I know you did the cleanse, you've done it twice maybe, or the Prove It challenge. What would you say have been the benefits for you?
I think everything that everybody else has said as well. Being not in my 20s, I think I've celebrated my 20th birthday 20 times or so. And I just needed something to jumpstart my metabolism. It had slowed down. As much as I was active and moving and constantly moving, I drive my family crazy that I move all the time, but nothing was working. And so this was a jump start for me to realize what it is that I need to do, my mindset over my meals that I was eating. And it reset my conscious really on what it is that I want to consume in my body, and knowing that I wanted to be healthier and have more energy and lose weight. This was the way to do it. I just knew that I was stagnant before, and I just had no idea what to do. And so preparing mentally and shopping wise for the cleanse was key.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
Because I just made, yeah. And I did it with my husband. And I've told Christine and Steve this, that he's a foodie, and he got very depressed. He got very, very depressed. And at the end of it, he said, all right, you know what? I didn't like it while I was going through it. You made all the meals. I was on board with it. I did what I need to do, and I do feel better. And he is a foodie. So it's a great way to start.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember in late 2018, I stopped drinking, but the cravings of alcohol were like just frightening for about almost 2 months. My sister got married in the first week of January of 19. And so at her wedding, it was just, oh my gosh, food and no drinks, but I fought against that. And then we started our cleanse. I think it was my first time. I was heavy. I was eating unhealthy. I stopped drinking, but I still just craved. So I was just hammering sugar at the time. And so I did the 7-day cleanse, and we followed it really. I was never hungry, but what I found is it just completely kicked my alcohol craving. And then later on that year, I was still kind of messing around with sugar. And so we did it again. We typically try to do the cleanse twice a year. And so in August of last year, I was heaviest I've been since a long time. I was about 245 pounds. I'm 6'4". And I did the cleanse again, and and then followed it up with the 30 days and another 30 days. And I lost about 25 pounds from about mid-August last year to mid-October last year. And so then I got down to about 220. I'm about 222 this morning. And so for me, the cleanse is not always about losing weight. It's about really retooling my mindset. It teaches me so much, but also my palate. I find myself straying, but like I still live off the shake. Like today I had a breakfast appointment. I ate normal lunch, had normal healthy snacks throughout the day. And I thought, you know what? I haven't had my shake today. So it was basically like dessert for dinner tonight. And so I just finished mine as I was waiting for this to start. And I just go water, some fruit, and then ice and the protein. I like vanilla, soy, and it fills me up. And so that'll be dinner tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And so
that's awesome. I'll just briefly show you some of you guys that have seen this. When you get the 7-day cleanse, you literally you'll
get a box like this.
You get a box for the Prove It Challenge.
And in here is your cleanse.
And the nice thing is there's the carefully selected AM and PM. So you got the liver detox, probiotic, alfalfa, and honestly, and probiotic, what else did I say? Herblex. And this is something that I love how they're selected, and you just say AM, PM, super easy. I just tear it off and I have it after breakfast, or then I'll have it after dinner or right before bed. And I don't have to think about what to do. It's just right there. That's what's really nice. And, you know, I think a lot of people text me like, you know, what can I not eat? What can I eat? And so you got this little like pamphlet that comes in there, but I'll send you emails and you get jump started. And then the nice thing is that's all you're doing. But I think like Lorraine touched on, and you can see like mindset, you know, in 30 days I will feel, and this is what I wrote down like a year ago, energy and less bloat. Like that was my big thing that I wanted. And I think the mindset piece is so huge. Like, I know I can do this. It's not that hard. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes we just need to tell ourselves, we can do hard things. This is 7 days. And then
So last year, my parents have been they were watching me, and they kind of watched Mrs. Healthy and Active and Fit for a long time, but I was more the transformation. At 76 and 75, 74, my mom and dad, we went to a lot of college football games last year, and they couldn't walk from the bottom of the stadium when we said goodbye to my son till as you go up the steps. They'd have to stop 2 or 3 times just to go up Folsom Field in Boulder. And they did the cleanse. My dad lost 15 pounds. My mom lost 9 or something like that. And then they continued and lost some more weight. And all they did for exercise was walk. They just incorporated walking. And then later on in the season, I think it was the Washington game, we went to we won, so we went down to the field, and they walked up, and they just cruised right out and never stopped, and we walked all the way to our car. And my dad's testimony is he's a meat and potatoes dairy boy, and he's a large man as well. He goes, I started eating vegetables, and I kicked off sodas, and it just reset my dad. And so I thought my dad would never make it past day 1. He goes, I was never full. And part of it is as Brandon, you start really lean on Christine for shopping list and what to buy, and just be prepped. If you're going to start on a Monday or Tuesday, I think we're going to start on the 8th, us personally again. And so that weekend, we'll go to the grocery store, and we'll just kind of have at least the first 2 or 3 days. So I'm not caught, maybe the hardest day is day 1. I'm not caught hungry. I'd rather just overeat fruits and vegetables that first day, so I have the energy and I feel full. And then Christine has got some amazing things that have incorporated into our long-term recipe list.
Yeah. But I think lastly, you know, you get to, you know, choose your canister, which you guys know, but as you saw, if you caught the video, I just feel like this has been my energy source for the last 8 years. So the Strip and Shake is something that I've really incorporated, to feel great, like to fill in the nutritional gaps. I eat healthy, but still I don't get everything that I need. And so this has really helped me fill in the gaps and dialed in, balancing my hormones, getting energy, and even for protein, whether you're bulking up, leaning up, or fueling, you just feel like you've got a good way of protein that's safe. I think if you were to Google proteins that are unsafe, you would be shocked at what's in really cheap quality proteins on the market, whether you're getting them on Amazon or some of the, vitamin stores. And you just have to be careful. And I just realized, we're almost next year. I don't need all those crazy chemical-like stuff in my system. I just want to have the cleanest stuff I have.
So our kids have all grown up for the last 10 years, basically with the proteins. They have a protein shake every morning. It's how my college athlete, he fuels with basically doubles throughout the day. He'll just double the amount he takes in for calories. And then my 18-year older, they all do the Strip and Shake as well. So it's become a pattern. My littles just build their own. They have their Jacob's 13, he's teeny. He takes one of the vitamins, and they put their B's and omegas. But it became a pattern of living for them. And that's what breakfast is, going to school, where most of their friends are grabbing a piece of toast, a sugar bowl of cereal, or a bagel. My kids are like, you know what, we're going with a shake every day. And I think it keeps them healthy, keeps their immune up. And so we're really grateful.
So Mark, what would you say has been your benefit? I'll get you to share, and then I'm going to open up for Q&A and all that.
So I'd say the first time I did it, the thing I was really surprised with is I do a lot of running, and I was up to about 28, 29 miles a week. Really nervous, plus keeping up. Well, let's just see what happens. So I did 6, 7 miles 2 times a week, and then on the weekend I did, I think it was a 15, 16 mile run on day 6 of the cleanse. So what I was really surprised with is that, during my running, my times didn't suffer. I felt great. I felt better at the end of it than I did at the beginning. And kind of like Steve was saying, for me, it's just kind of like a good reset where, I was falling into bad habits, or just, I was craving ice cream. That's kind of my weakness. But a lot of those sugar cravings went away. And so at the time I'd been going to the gym and also been measuring my, my fat mass versus muscle mass. And I was surprised that at the end of the week, I only lost like a pound of muscle mass without doing the protein, still, being on, mostly fruits and vegetables and running all that bit. But that's kind of my normal pattern anyway. When I do a 15-mile run on the weekend, I know I'm going to lose something. So for me, it's just, I was amazed at how much better I felt at the end of the week, but yet how I was able to keep normal activities and still stay as active as I had been.
Mm-hmm. I love it. That's so true. That's awesome. Well, I want to open it for you guys. Any questions, like when you think about like what is something that we missed, something that you're curious about, what you want to know more of, or anyone else that wants to share, their own testimonial of how this has worked for them. Brandon, do you have any, I'm putting you on the spot, do you have any questions as you're heading into waiting for your package to arrive in the mail?
No, the first week, 7-day cleanse is basically fruits and veggies, in the morning with 2 little ones, who's somewhat chaotic and quick. So some ideas, I guess, would be awesome, just to kind of quick ideas for breakfast and out the door. I'm really looking forward to the 7-day cleanse as a jumpstart reset. Gosh, my wife and I have been on majority plant-based since March. And so, the performance, the energy, the recovery stuff, like it's awesome. It works. My diet the last, 2 months has not been so much plant-based, so I can definitely feel it. And I feel more bloated and more inflamed. So I think this 7-day cleanse is going to be great. And I'm looking forward to it. So
Brandon, one of the things we did during the cleanse, because I like the quick morning as well. My mornings typically these days are a large glass of water, coffee with coconut, and my shake. But during the cleanse, I pulled back, I still the water, and I usually squeeze some lemon just to kind of activate my whole gut. And then I would take everything, I would take our Vitamix or your NutriThings blender, and I would go water, I would go ice, I go a banana, strawberries. I would grab whatever veggie I would, not carrots because I knew it wouldn't go in the blender well, but I'd grab spinach, I'd grab an avocado. Sometimes I'd grab a half of an orange or a couple cuties, or I'd take a tomato and I'd throw it in there. And the avocado, the reason I did that is because I wanted something to fill me up. I'm like, okay, I'm not getting a protein, but I'm gonna go a half avocado, and it did, with all that fruit in there, with the orange and the whatever, it just felt like a big old berry blends or a Jamba Juice smoothie. And it was like 20 ounces. But you're thinking about it, if I would eat a whole handful of spinach and all those vegetables and an avocado and a banana and like 6 strawberries and some blueberries, if that was all on a plate, it's a lot of food. So I was very full in the mornings, and it pushed me through. And then I'd grab, if I didn't have a meal to take, I'd grab some carrots or another cutie to get me through the morning. And then I'd have some sort of veggie plan meal or a big salad. So it got me through some of that hectic kind of like, I'm rushing out the door for the next 5 hours before I can breathe. It got me full.
Yeah. That, and I think one of the recipes I sent you was the veggie or the hash, the sweet potato root, hash. I love that. And if I had a fruit veggie smoothie, I would either have leftover soup or leftover like roasted veggies. I made a big pan of roasted veggies every week. And actually, this is why I'm excited to reset, because I've gotten out of the habit. Every single Monday, I felt like I did a huge pan of roasted veggies, whatever I had, eggplant to squash to tomatoes, onions, carrots, sweet potato, rutabaga, whatever. I mean, anything. And then I would have that. Or, so yeah, there's some really good, it's amazing when you get off track and then getting back into more of those phytonutrients, antioxidants, how it really helps like lower, inflammation and joint health. I mean, I kind of like what Mark said, I bounded out of bed on day 5 and I had energy and I didn't have any joint pain. It was awesome. So just remind you that plant-based, just things that really help. And I think like what Kyla's figuring out too is when you introduce the strip in the shake, like, how do you segue the new foods introducing? And I do have an email I send you, but also just, your body's used to a certain thing and we all react differently. So how can we just slowly figure out, like, does my body like this protein? In what capacity, mixed how, and just start experimenting with that as you go.
Any other questions or comments as we honor you guys' time?
And some of you guys know this, and we'll cut this short in a couple of minutes. I love giving out referral rewards, and so you let me know if there's someone that you have that want to introduce the Prove It Challenge. Like I love, just giving a big thank you gift. So let me know.
We've had many people, if you bring 3 other people, it doesn't have to match your time, but 3 other people, you essentially make about $150 back on it if you do it within a month. So we've got some folks that are starting going, gosh, what if I brought 3 other friends? If you do it in the community, you're going to see a lot more synergism for yourself. I need her. And for me, there's an accountability knowing, okay, Brandon's starting soon. Okay, I'm going to text Brandon. I like some of that synergism for me. It holds me accountable. But then you also get some kickback for it. So if that's something you want to do, let us know. Lorraine was one of the first people that did the cleanse a couple years ago. I remember her coming back saying, deli turkey. Was that you, Lorraine?
Yes.
Yes.
Say what you told us, what you said.
Yeah, so my husband and I did the cleanse, and then we started incorporating normal food back. And I thought, well, I'm going to get some healthy turkey. And so we went to the deli and got some turkey. It was almost like poison toxicity on my tongue. It was horrible because I knew that it was full of preservatives, and I could tell immediately, ooh, my battery power is down to 5 on my phone. But it was horrible. It was disgusting, and I knew that it was bad. So we threw it away. But yeah, it was horrible.
So be encouraged, like any day. One of my high school friends says, everybody has a bad day. And it doesn't matter if we're on the cleanse or not. So remember, as you're going into this, life happens. lean on us, lean on each other, and keep the end in mind. Keep the vision of why you're doing this. We don't just do this for masochism. We don't just try to torture ourselves. We're actually trying to retool our minds, our hearts, our souls, and our bodies. I slept better. So remember to keep the end goal in mind and really push through. Yes, it's a 30-day challenge, but what we hope is that you'll reinstitute some patterns long-term of adding things into your body from the inside out, and to really set some patterns of healthy protein, healthy supplementation. And that's really the goal. So 6 months from now, as you look back going, wow, that one little 30-day start transformed me. And that's where really our hope is for you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate you all.
Any other thoughts before we close? Any other feedback?
You can do it. It's only 7 days.
Right. Well, we are only a phone call away. And so I know there's several of us that have done it, and we're excited to, whoever is going to hear this recording as well, that this is a great jumpstart. So thank you guys for jumping on. It's great to see your faces.
Have a good night.
We'll see you guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good
Yeah,
night.
bye.